this whole show is based off like the first book that they wrote, and then they started the series with Game of Thrones. So like they kind of have the roadmap of what they want to do, and we know like House of Dragon is like pretty much how do the Targaryens kind of mess this up? How do they mess the gravy train going up that leads to everything in Game of Thrones type thing. But like what we're seeing is kind of like this king is purposely trying to maintain order, but it's messing up these relationships with his brother and his strongest ally. So it's like we're just watching this train wreck unfold because this king is being dumb. He doesn't want to do stuff for the family.
Right.
He's thinking, dang, this is a 12-year-old. Y'all trying to marry me for the 12-year-old, and his advisors are like, bruh, it's for like the kingdom. Right. You got to do it.
Right.
And this decision, which is kind of crazy in my opinion, because we did the time jump, in episode 2 is probably going to be the most impactful decision that causes the downfall of the Targaryens.
Yeah.
Because now it's kind of like you don't have ally.
Right.
Your strongest ally is now maybe in line with Daemon. And Daemon is a loose cannon at this point because you're not even reeling him back in, being like, bro, I'm sorry, like come back to it. Because I can't remember in the first episode, was he upset that
he was gone? The uncle was gone. Oh yeah. He was upset. He was upset at that.
Like he wasn't the hand or some better thing at the table.
Right. Like he wanted to be by his side. Yeah. And he got lost in the background.
So it's like he's not even doing like the main steps in order to maintain a peaceful kingdom. He just wants everything to be okay. He's like, oh, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. And the guy's like,
you don't want to make no tough decisions. That's what it is.
Yeah, there we go. None of the tough decisions at all. That requires and I just feel like Daemon and the Valerians are gonna take advantage of that, because even his sister was like, I'm gonna just tell it straight up. You gotta marry the girl. Like,
yeah. It's one of those things that have been a trend in like both shows, right? Is the defying tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like at every level, some characters trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they're all trying to create their own destiny at some point. But, you know, for me personally, I think that, you know, that decision is impactful. But I really think the Hand is the most dangerous character right now. Because not only does he have the king's ear, but he has his queen's ear, because he is overbearing from what I could see. And, you know,
he did nudge her 2 times where he was like, you're going to see him tonight. You're going to see him tonight. And I'm like, okay.
Right. And the only time she doesn't like mess with her fingers or whatever, or tear her fingers up, is when she's talking to the king and when she's talking to Rhaenyra. So it's like any other time she'd just be tearing her fingers up. But that's beside the point. But I think because at this point now, you know, he basically got a monopoly on the whole system, we're going to start to be able to see what is his true intentions, right?
Exactly.
Because at this point, we don't know why him and Daemon really got beef like that, but they got beef. Like, we know from Daemon's side, but we don't know why, other than, you know, him being a distraction and just, you know, coming to the city unannounced and cutting people's arms and hands off and all this other stuff out of nowhere with nobody's permission and things like that. Like, we still don't know, you know, his true like intentions. And even when he has conversations with Rhaenyra, like, he talks to her, like, he gives her respect, but at the same time, he like, yo, you messing up my operation up right now. Like, I got this under control. You know what I'm saying? I really came over here to kill Daemon, but since you want to do this, you know what I'm saying, now I gotta fall back and find some other way to do this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think him and Corlys is pretty much a really good X factor, but I think more so Corlys is going to be like plot device driven. Like, he's going to get stuff done because the plot absolutely needs it. Whereas, like, you know, the Hand, aka Abraham Lincoln, is going to like be really like he's going to be the Lord Baelish of this.
I'm hoping
era, you know.
Yeah. And shout out to Rhaenyra because she killing it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, she going crazy right now.
On that dragon and did exactly what she said in the thing. We got a dragon. What's up? And then talked down her brother. I was like,
her uncle.
She trying to prove her uncle. Like she trying to prove herself.
Right.
Like I'm buying it. I'm like, I get it. I'm seeing it.
I get it too, but at the same time, it's just like we know where her outcome is because the first queen is Daenerys, or whatever. So it's still like just like I see what you're doing right now. I respect it, but it's just like it's not gonna work for another 172 years. You know what I'm saying?
Because not to compare too much to Game of Thrones, but she do remind me of that little like was Arya?
Yeah. Like
already, like I'm like, oh man, and I just want. What? Give me more, get more House of the Dragon now. Yeah. Like that's all I'm feeling right now.
If y'all enjoyed that clip, make sure to tune into the rest of the podcast here on YouTube or on your favorite audio platforms. Just search up Why I'm Geeked and you'll be able to find it. Thanks for listening. Leave a comment and I'll see y'all in the next one.